Hi there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi, my name is Crash and you can call me Crashy. So I'm a member of a couple of different groups on Facebook, and recently I've been seeing a lot of posts talking about different body modifications like tattoos and piercings and dyed hair and things along those lines. And a lot of the people in those posts are saying that their parents have a problem with them getting a tattoo, or their partners do, or they're afraid of people's perceptions of them, things along those lines. And inevitably all of those people are always asking, what do you think I should do? Should I get the tattoo and risk upsetting my parents? Or should I not get the tattoo and be upset that I didn't get the tattoo for the rest of my life? So all of this has really been getting to me recently, and I feel like I need to speak up about it. Not necessarily just to give advice, but also just talk about it and get it off my chest. So the way that I have split this up, I guess, is into three different categories of person that might be wanting to get a body modification in general. And those are people who are still living with their parents, people who are not living with their parents and take care of themselves, and people who live with a partner of some sort. So I guess I'll have the video split up into those three sections. So section number one, people who live with their parents. So this doesn't matter if you are someone who is 14 or 45, as long as you live with your parents in their home and they pay for you to some degree, doesn't really matter, as long as you live in your parents' home. So the first important thing to do when you're going to talk to your parents about body modification should ideally be happening long before you ever talk to them about this body modification, and that is doing your research. So it doesn't matter if you are looking to get a tattoo or starting to stretch your ears or dyeing your hair or whatever, as long as you are starting to plan out wanting to get a body modification, you need to be doing the research for it. That includes researching what actually happens when you get a tattoo, how the needles work, how the ink works, how the tattoo will affect your body, how different parts of the body will feel differently because of the tattoo process, how to take care of the tattoo afterward, how to make sure that it is going to last well. You need to research who your artist is going to be. Everything. You need everything that you possibly can think of, can have researched, so you know what's going to happen, you know how you're going to take care of it afterwards, you know that the person you're going to is a professional, all of that good stuff. And that's step one. That happens way before you ever talk to your parents about it. The next step is actually starting a conversation with them. So if you only have one parent that is objecting, or if it's both of them, either way, it's important to sit down and have a talk with them. Talk to them about what you're planning on doing or getting and why. Talk about why it's important to you. And yes, obviously, just thinking that it is a beautiful piece of art is totally a valid reason, but you need to make sure you have a reason. If you want to get a portrait of your cat because they're your first pet and you love them, or if you want to get your parents' initials tattooed on you, or if you saw a drawing of a deer that an artist did and you just fell in love with that drawing. It doesn't matter what your reason is as long as it is a reason. So you need to present to your parents that reason. You need to tell them all of the research that you've come up with. You need to tell them how it all works if they don't understand it. You need to tell them where you're planning on putting the tattoo on your body or which piercing you're planning to get. You need to tell them exactly how you're going to take care of it afterwards, how you're going to afford it if it costs a significant amount of money. Give them all of the research that you have come up with and explain to them why this is so important to you, why this can't wait another year or 5 years or 10 years. It's something you need now or in a couple of months. Fuzz on my lip. It is something you need now or in a couple of months, and you need to talk to them about this so that you can get it done with their consent. And it's really important to remember with this that you need to talk about this, not start crying, not get in a yelling fight, not arguing about it, talking about it. If your parents are some of the people who think that the only people in the world who get tattoos are ignorant or mal-tempered or anything like that, then you explaining to them how the tattoo works and explaining all of it to them in a really calm manner will not be reinforcing the stereotypes that they have in their head. It'll show that you're definitely not ignorant. You're not being ill-tempered about this. You're going about it in a very nice, calm manner. Yeah. So if that worked and your parents said yes to you getting a tattoo, congratulations! If it didn't, then you need to respect that. You need to respect that you are living in their home. They are paying for you to some degree. And even if they're not, you're still living in their home. And you need to be respecting their house rules. If you can't convince your parents, for whatever reason, if they still think that tattoos are only for ignorant drug dealers, or if they simply don't like your tattoo design idea, or they don't think you've done enough research, you need to respect them. You're living under their house. You need to respect that they don't want to see a tattoo or a piercing or whatever. And as unfortunate as that is, it's just the case. You're gonna have to wait until you move out. Sorry. Classy segue into section number 2 of people are people who are not living with their parents and are taking care of themselves. So my opinion on this is pretty simple, but then I'll explain it after. If you don't live with your parents and you're paying for yourself and you're taking care of yourself and all of that good stuff, do whatever you want with your own body. It's your body. You're allowed to modify it and express yourself however you want to. You should still obviously do all of the research and be responsible about this decision, but you don't have to conform to anyone else's ideas of what is beautiful or smart or responsible or anything like that. I guess that's the beauty of being an adult that gets to take care of themselves. You get to make your own choices. If you're living on your own and your parents still think that it's okay for them to come into your life and try to control you and your decisions, then there's one very important thing that I think you need to learn. And that is that no one ever has the inherent right to disrespect you. They have every right to be concerned for you and for your well-being and to disagree with your decisions for whatever reason. But they also need to grow up just as much as you have, and they need to respect you as an adult. If your parents don't grow up with you and they don't recognize you as an adult, then that is 100% their problem. This might not be fun for you if you're trying to maintain a great relationship with your parents, but honestly, in my opinion, I don't think it was a great relationship if they're still treating you like a child. You can make your own decisions. And I think that's all I really have to say on that subject. So, moving into the third category of people who live with partners, husbands, wives, etc., any sort of partner. So it is possible that you are a person who wants body modifications, and your partner is someone who does not want body modifications, or does not like them generally, or does not want you specifically to have them. Obviously, my opinion is almost identical to that of the parents that you don't live with, which is that it is your body, not theirs. But there are ways to get around this, talk about it, to make sure that you and your partner are on the same page, at least. So the same basic rules apply. Tell them what you want, why you want it, how you're going to take care of it. One of the reasons that they'll probably be hesitant to you getting a tattoo is because they're worried about you and the effects the tattoo might have on your life or on their life. But at the end of the day, again, it's your body and your money and your time, and you can do whatever you want to your body. I think the important argument for this scenario is that you and your partner are a unit. You need to be making your decisions together. And that's why you should have an open and honest conversation with them, talking about their concerns and seeing what their arguments are to see if they will influence your decisions. You might be getting a piercing that would affect their life in some way, like kissing you, or they might ask you not to get a face tattoo because you need to go to a lot of work functions with them, or you might be planning a tattoo that they find offensive or gross for whatever reason. And so when you have a conversation with your partner about your tattoo idea, about your piercing tattoo, you can talk about it and ideally either convince them that your tattoo or piercing is not a bad idea, realize that the specific tattoo you had in mind wouldn't necessarily be the best, or the two of you could find a tattoo or a piercing that would work and that would make you both very happy. And you might even like that more in the end because the both of you can enjoy the tattoo or the piercing or whatever. But like I said, in the end, even if your partner does not agree with you getting the tattoo, it is still your body. You can still make your own decisions. And even if your partner is not all for it at the very beginning, My husband is fine with them now. This is your cue.
Oh, jeez. Hi. Don't just shut them down because you don't like body modification. Talk to them because it's your job to make them happy.
I think open lines of communication are the most important.
The most important, which is why you can't get lip rings because they stop you from speaking properly.
And if you have someone in your life that only thinks that tattoos are for like criminals and deviants and stuff, then hi, my name is Crash. I have a bachelor's degree in religion, history, and Spanish. I speak English, Spanish, and I'm learning German right now. I have a well-paying job. I've never done drugs in my entire life. And I also have a really cute cat somewhere around here. She's hiding today. And I'm not a bad person. I have 2 tattoos. I think I have like 12 piercings, or I have had 12 piercings in my life. I've been dyeing my hair pink for the past 3 years, and I've had dyed hair since I was like 4 years old or something. You can be a normal person with tattoos and still be nice and not a problem for society or anything like that. So I guess my roundup for all of this is be respectful of others, but also don't let them disrespect you. You have the right to express yourself however you want to. If that means tattoos, that's great. If that means piercings, that's great. If that means dyeing your hair, that's great. If that means wearing all black, that's great. If that means wearing nothing, that's great, as long as it's not breaking the law. Because some places have exposure laws, but if you go to a nudist colony, it's fine. Regardless of your age, your sex, your gender, your religion, your marital status, your income, whatever, it is your body. You are allowed to do with it whatever you want. Keep in mind that others' opinions might be important to you, but it's still your body. Obviously, these are just all of my opinions on body modifications. If you have a different opinion, that's okay. Tell me down in the comments and we can have a discussion. And if you don't like my opinions, that's totally fine. I don't care, to be honest. I don't mind if you have a different opinion, because this one's mine. I also have plenty of opinions like this regarding tattoos in the workplace and tattoos for people of different genders and all of that good stuff. And just different types of tattoos. So if you want to hear any of those, also let me know down in the comments. I would be more than happy to make more body modification videos in the future. But that is all that I have for now. This video has been way too long and I can't speak properly anymore. Oh, by the way, I also have a new Facebook page, facebook.com/callmecrashy. So you can head on over there if you want to follow me there too. Okay, that's all. Hope you have a great day. I will see you on the internet. Tschüssi!